Hello, my name is Rebecca Marsh, and today we are going to learn how to make a transparent background on a picture or an image file. As an IT officer for a financial institution, one of my responsibilities includes creating marketing materials or promotional materials, and what that involves sometimes is using Photoshop or Illustrator, Adobe Illustrator, to edit those pictures to make them appropriate for whatever project I'm working on. So today we are going to work in Photoshop, and I'm going to teach you how to remove a background from an image. I thought about what pictures to use, and since we are approaching Thanksgiving, I thought we would stick with a Thanksgiving Day theme. So we're going to open up a couple of pictures here, and one of them is a family dinner table and the other is a Thanksgiving turkey. So I'm going to drag this over here so you can see both images, or at least part of the images at the same time. There's a couple things that need to happen in order for us to take this turkey and paste it onto this table. And one of those things is removing this white background. If I were to take this image and simply, I'm going to adjust the size here so it'll actually fit on the table, without removing the background and paste it onto that table, it clearly would look ridiculous because that background is still there. So what we need to do is we need to remove this background first. So let's go back and open up our turkey again in its original size. There we go. Now there's a couple of things we need to do, as I said, is first we need to remove this white image. So we are going to first go to our eraser tool on our toolbar. There are three options of erasing tools, and if you right click on your eraser tool, you're going to see that you can select either eraser tool, background eraser tool, or the magic eraser tool. For this particular project, we're going to use the magic eraser tool because that is a great tool to allow the software just to interpret what you want to erase, and usually it's applicable to erase large quantities of a background, and this is pretty large, to get rid of all of this white background. So simply by using the magic eraser tool and clicking on the white space, the software will interpret that I want to remove all of that white space on all of this picture. So when I touch on that, you will see that that white background now goes to a gray and white checkerboard image. That's the universal image for transparency. So now, if I were to put another image behind this turkey, you would be able to see whatever that image is in this area because that is now transparent. Now let's do a couple other things before we move this picture onto our table. Just a couple of just professional touches that you can add as well when you're working with photos that have natural lighting. Let me move this again so you can see both images. This obviously has some sunlight coming into the room, and because of that, you're naturally going to have this particular photo will create a natural shadow underneath the plate here. So I can go over here to my style swatches and just add a basic drop shadow. You'll see that there's now a shadow to the plate, which would be a natural effect of being on a table next to a window. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce the brightness of this photo simply because our other image has a lot darker lighting. So let's just slide the brightness indicator down. Oh, let's say -33. That looks good. You can just kind of eyeball that. Now, the last thing we need to do is we need to adjust the size of this turkey. This turkey's huge, so we need, in comparison to the table. So we need to make this appropriate size to be on this table. So we'll go up to Image, Image Size, and we're going to reduce the width of this down to 1.5. Now you'll notice that my height automatically changed because I have the constrained proportions turned on. This just helps you keep your image from getting distorted and keeps your aspect ratio constant. Alright, so now we have a turkey that is a reasonable size. So we simply will go back over here, select our Move tool, because we want to turn off the eraser tool because we don't want to erase anymore. And so now we have the Move tool on. You'll see the difference in my cursor. And we are going to simply drag it onto our table. You'll see there's the nice shadow there. The photo's not too bright. And you can now save this image and use it in anything you have that is in relation to Thanksgiving for the Thanksgiving holiday. This is a great tool to be able to know how to do when you are working with any images that you need to make edits to certain elements of the photograph, and just to add those professional elements to the photos that you're working with. If you have any questions, please feel free to post a comment here and I would be happy to answer them. Thank you.